Hi, Miranda. Ooh. Hey, Shane. So guided to jump on and connect with everyone today. It's like I've been MIA lately. The message for our collective is to let go and surrender. We need to relax. And when we do, we release that resistance. So right now, our collective, and you guys seeing this, we are going through these lessons through spirit in order to surrender. And the way that spirit, the one, the spiritual son, the Christ, shows this surrender is sort of like this, like a Y, right? Like a cup, your vessel, with arms outstretched and opened. So this surrender is us opening our field to receive what the one has for us. The more that we worry, doubt, the more that we stay in that past or worrying about the future, the more out of alignment we are, and the more resistance there is, where we're literally repelling this divine energy, right? So the most powerful thing from the Christ that we can do is to be anchored in the now moment. Now, this is the very specific hand pose for the Christ. We are balancing our masculine and our feminine energies, and we are unifying those polarities within our body. So we're going from this duality, polarity, to unity, bringing both of the sides of the body into one, anchoring ourselves into that now moment. And when we do this, we are able to, I'm just seeing receive, like we are receptive to receive. Receptive to receive. We are receptive to the divine blessings. So say hi when you guys are jumping on. I'll give you a shout out. Let us know who you are and where you're from. So Adam and Eve. Yeah, so Adam and Eve is a symbol. It's a story. And there are so many sacred divine truths encoded within that story. These aren't things that happened word by word. They are symbols, and the divine, the one, the spiritual son, the Christ, uses symbols to teach us. So on this journey of ascension, you will unlock many truths in relation to this story of Adam and Eve, right? At the root, the core, the essence, it's this demonstration of how Adam and Eve are the physical, right? The atom and the electron, right? But we are much more than that, because this goes deeper into that, beyond the physical, beyond this. Like, this is creation. This is consciousness. This is the Trinity, the Holy One. Yeah. So we use these stories within our reality. Spirit communicates to us through stories, through creation. Now we are learning from the Christ how to operate, to align, to open. I'm just getting open our mind, right? Because it's your mind that is the bridge between both worlds. You are the bridge to new earth, to heaven. We have hell, we have heaven. We have the lower self, we have the higher self. And you are the one in between, right? You are the bridge, right? So again, it's polarity, light and dark. You are both, right? So we get to learn how to, from the Christ, how to operate, to activate our divine vessel, to be in alignment, to receive what is there waiting for us. So we're here really to break down the deception. That's what the Christ has returned to do, to break down the deception, to allow you to see the hidden truth, so you can be an oracle. You are the creator. You are a divine oracle. And this time is all about you embodying Christ, the Christ returning through you. It's been done. I get to share this message now and share with you how to walk this path, your way to one. So Shane, we are teaching them how to live in a dense reality. We are building the process and the system. So this is, we are in this physical reality, this denseness. And it's like navigating, operating, healing, releasing, dissolving that denseness, that darkness to be able to rise. And in that rising, we see a deeper truth. So this is a journey where you take the reins. This is activating your light body. This is merging your physical self with your spiritual self. So it's very exciting that we are all here. You know, your mission, your purpose, your power is you. And it's about you going within to unlock, I'm getting your divine right, your divine birthright. You are a healer. When we fall over, we scrape our knee, the body heals itself. But it has so many more powerful capabilities than that, but these need to be awakened, these need to be activated, and spirit is going to reward those that join this journey and learn how to operate through the one, rather than fixed in this old world system, this antichrist system, this reversal system, this smoke and mirrors system. So now is the time the purity of Christ reveals the way home. The Christ is not a person, it's a frequency, it's consciousness, it's creation energy. It's evolution energy. This is love and light. This is sound. The word that I share is a frequency, it's a vibration, it's the word from the one. You showing up, actively joining us here in our live stream. And every Friday we have live streams on YouTube and in our free community. I highly recommend you guys go and check that out. Join our free community over on Circle, the God Source Co. It's a very special community that I've created. It's a space for you guys that are seeking, that you guys that want to know, you know, you've been born into this world and you just have always wondered, you've pondered, you've gone within, and you've tried to understand why, like, to dissect this reality and why it is the way that it is, and why there is so much confusion. Like, this is where the crisis return to help you release that confusion, because the truth is so simple. So if you aren't following this channel, I highly recommend press that follow button. Please like this, share this, because we need to get this sacred mystical knowledge out there, this divine truth, because the more beings that access this truth, the more healing they will receive. And to receive this knowledge, all that it takes is showing up for yourself, placing your attention here with us. And when you do, you plug in and you receive these healing light currents from the Christ, from the one, from the spiritual sun, the source, in order to find your way home, to illuminate. This light guides you. And the Christ is here. It's a very big thing that we have to do, because we are builders. I have to build so much, and it's only me. I have no help. It's just me doing this. And in time, those people that are meant to assist in building this will join, and they will assist, and we will light this planet up. So, you know, this is for the seekers that are ready to stand up and do something. This isn't about the spiritual sayers who say, oh, I'm getting spiritual sayers. Like they say one thing, but their action doesn't align. They'll put up all the Buddha posters and preach love and light, but they're not actually going within and learning who they are at their root, their core, their essence. So this is up for the spiritual. I'm getting standing. Those true spiritual beings standing up. And I'm getting refocusing, because there's so many beautiful beings, because we are in this reality of separation, because beings are controlled by belief. They are in these mental cages of belief. There's infinite ways home to the one. So the Christ, to return home to the Christ, to embody this frequency of the divine, your way is very unique. My way is very unique. You have a set of beliefs, not just in this life, ancestral, past life. The collective beliefs that you're tied to that are keeping you in these cages, in this old world antichrist system. The mind is your most precious commodity. And through beliefs, beliefs of all these different spiritual systems, different occult systems, religious, spiritual, new age, beliefs that are tied to particular teachers. These keep you and your mind in this prison. So the Christ is here to guide the way, to show you how to operate, to navigate, because you can do it. If you are ready to go within and heal and use your divine capabilities of consciousness, awareness, right? If you're ready to learn how to see beyond the illusion and connect with spirit, those signs that spirit sends you, like guys, you have so many signs right now in front of your face, within your body, you're externally, internally, you have so many signs right now from spirit. So the Christ is here to teach you how to use those signs to navigate home. Healing is the key. Healing is what we do by showing up and placing your awareness here. Joining our healing gateway over on the God Source Co. Right? Showing up weekly for the lives to allow that knowledge, the divine living light currents of Christ to heal you. Whether or not you understand it or you see from that angle, which I'm guaranteeing you will not see eye to eye with a lot of these teachings, because of the programming and the beliefs, because of the old world deception system that you are under right now. But this is an organic journey of growth. Okay? Please share this. Okay? We need to find our soul family. We need to find our soul tribe. And everyone needs to understand that they are powerful. They are unique. And you did not come here to fit into a box and be like someone else. You came here and you have all this divine, it's like I'm saying the word knowledge, right? You have all this knowledge within you. You have all these beliefs. You have, I'm just saying a book. You are this book, right? You are this record. And we need to unlock that. So just like this, I'm getting Enoch, right? And Isaiah. I'm getting these beings that have walked their unique path to unlock their mission and purpose upon this world, to inspire, to share the knowledge codes that they hold within, to and right now Spirit's pausing me and saying this interconnectedness of life, creation. I'm getting interconnectedness and I'm getting creation. So this is about the fact that you're not right and you're not wrong either. Okay? We are, and I'm not right, I'm not wrong. We all have a very unique path. and you follow that, you honor that, and you stand up, show up here, and you begin healing through the Christ. You're plugging into our healing platform over on Circle, starting off in that free community, showing up every week for the free live streams, right? You're showing up here. It's all about you showing up to receive this wisdom, because it's this wisdom. You're going to use this, and you're going to take what's illuminated to you through these words, from these words, and you're going to start to put your personal puzzle together. So certain words, certain insights that come through from the Christ, you will see them in a particular way, at a particular angle. You will perceive them in a certain way, right? And we use this in order to break free, open our mind, right? So you have all these, I'm getting spiritual concepts, right? All these spiritual teachings. You're a seeker, so you've sought knowledge. You're a collector, okay? But now we need to use all of that from all those external means, right? External teachers, guides, books. You need to build something. So use that knowledge that you've collected over time to build your way home, to build your path home. We go within. That's the very first most important thing. We use the external reality as a guide to show us to the internal and the external, right? Our physical body and the external world, they show us things. They show us where we're not free. So when we are experiencing physical issues, right? Pain, emotional, mental, anxiety, these are amazing golden tickets, okay? It's within your field. It's showing up within your field to tell you something. So we use that and we heal on it, right? So in the Christ and in my circle, we have our healing record. And again, going back to what I was saying about Enoch and Isaiah and these beings that recorded their journey, their healing journey, their particular way home, we're not to fix on those because we have to do the same thing as them, right? We have to use those things that come into our awareness. We need to heal on them. And as we honor that valuable input from spirit, we rise. Okay, so this is all about unlocking our path home to the one. This isn't about putting other people on pedestals, okay? Because when you do that, you turn them into an idol. And when you turn them into an idol, your light is taken away. You divert your light. You surrender, you just give it away, right? So when you're doing that, you cannot use your gift, right? This divine light. You can't use it to rise because you are diverting it out that way. You are sending it out that way. So let me know in the comments, any insights or anything that, any thoughts that you have. Because in the Christ, this is a collective effort where we inspire each other through our thoughts. Now, that first original point of creation was thought. Before the physical realm was ever before it existed, right? It was thought. It was balance. And there was that first thought to create. And through that thought, look what we have now. And the thoughts, and this is it, we're going back to beliefs, right? So again, these beliefs keep the minds caged. It keeps us all separate in different pockets of the matrix. And depending on where we're situated and the beliefs that hold us, we think certain thoughts. And because we are contained in these belief systems, within these particular controlling systems like religion, spiritual, new age, 5D, right? All these different types of occult, it's limiting us. It's keeping our minds limited. But we are limitless. We are divine infinite beings, right? So what we need to do is to tune into that fact and start operating like that, okay? So it's a very exciting journey, and I'm so excited to be seeing all you beautiful faces popping up here. You know, earlier today I did a post and it was like, well, why would a loving God make us suffer so? This suffering is due to the energetic blockages within our body. And this suffering is due to the darkness, the denseness that's collected into our body, creating, I'm getting physical malfunction, emotional, mental, spiritual malfunction, right? So these things, this suffering must surface so we can see. Now, if it was all rainbows and butterflies, would we have that need to keep pushing forward? No, right? We need to release these things so we can anchor the light, so we can rise, because we are in a fallen system. You are a fallen angel. Now is the time that we heal to rise, to grow our wings. So I get this very important sacred job of sharing this truth, but also sharing the healing and ascension tools, giving beings the healing program they need to be able to free their vessel, to release those frequencies that are holding them back and blocking this this vessel. Hang on. I get to show people how to unlock their divine blueprint and return home to the one. This is all about activating, awakening, and uncovering your Merkaba, right? Your golden chariot of light. It's very exciting. And in my circle platform, we have the inner circle where you get to unlock 3 sacred symbols up to the Metatron's cube, which is the foundation of your Merkaba. And then the next one, we are unlocking, hang on, what the Merkaba itself, right? And then in the mastery circle, you guys are unlocking this Merkaba, but also the rainbow body of light, right? So it's very exciting, and beings get to choose how deep they go. And it's very exciting because this is March. This is December, right? And in March, it's going to be a whole new frequency, right? So we have December, which we've just had October, November, December, okay? So December relates to number 10, okay? So double digits. January is related to the number 11, which is the Stargate, right? And then we have January, then we have February, right? Which relates to the number 12, you know, and the 12 tree grid. This is like, and it's very funny, in the beginning of this, someone spoke about Adam and Eve, right? I get to share this stairway to heaven, so, which is very, very cool. And it relates to the tree of knowledge. It relates to the eating of the sacred fruit from the tree of knowledge. So this is the path where I get to guide beings home through the illumination and the light of the Christ, of God, right? So it's like, do you choose to stay in this bubble that's, I'm getting like a bubble, like a dome, like I'm getting the Garden of Eden was like a little fantasy land where you can have whatever you want, but just don't eat from the truth of, like the tree of knowledge, right? Don't eat from that, okay? Because if you eat that, you will know who you are. So they could eat from the distorted tree of life, but there was one thing that they couldn't do, and it was to eat from the tree of knowledge. And the serpent, that is the Christ, right? This symbol of awakening. There's been much speculation, the one says, about who that was, okay? The truth from the Christ in relation to this story, it's a story, guys. It's not fact, right? It's a story. It's a multidimensional story. I'm getting it's a red flag. For one, it's been taken, it's been twisted, and it's been fed to beings to keep them in fear, right? But the truth from the Christ, right, is that this is all about growth. This is the tree that starts off as a seed in the physical that grows into this tree, right? An organic journey of growth. Our ascension is just that. It's an organic journey of growth. We've got 9 people watching that relates to the number of spirit, right? 1 + 4 + 4 = 9, okay? 1 to 9 are these core numbers, right? In numerology, everything is broken down to the single digit, right? This is this crystal spiral, right, that we move on, and aligning. Okay, where are we going? We're going about the apple. This is the tree of knowledge, where we're returning to truth, like the actual truth of creation, the actual truth from creator, where the one returns and says, hey guys, this is why everything's so confusing. Here's the truth. Now let's align to the truth and begin operating the way that you were designed by creator. Activating, awakening your divine vessel. So that's what I'm here to share. I'm here to share with you the way to operate so you can reclaim your power. Remember your truth. It's just so exciting. And, you know, it's been a very difficult journey. And I know you know that. Because those ones that are here to do great things, you guys are beautiful, heartfelt beings. And you've always wanted to help others. You've always wanted to serve. And you just haven't, you know, and you're very flowing and fluid. So it's very hard for you to find something and just go for it, because you are a seeker and you are on this spiritual quest. You are very flowing, right? Meaning you go where you resonate with. And when the time is right, you will be shown the direction to take. You know, so I'm being told to draw upon my experience. You know, I didn't know what I wanted to do in school. Everyone seemed to have it all figured out. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I did retail because I knew I liked helping people. I wanted to help people, and I was friendly, and I was, you know, always wanted to please, people pleaser. And in time, I was guided to aged care. So I got my certificate 3 in aged care, and I began working at care facilities, looking after the elderly, and I loved it. Especially the higher care, where they couldn't do a lot. And I was there I really took them on as family, and wanted to nurture them and look after them and, you know, all that sort of stuff and be there for them, because a lot of these people have been neglected and forgotten about and just left in these beds. People have just, you know, so and then later on in life, after I had kids, I moved into the physio role, being a physio assistant. That was really great because I got to do games and stuff with them, as well as like help their physical body. You know, but behind the scenes, I was learning about energy healing and, you know, doing certificates in energy healing. And then I was able to incorporate those sort of things into my role as a physio, and the massaging that I was doing and all that sort of stuff, that physical touch, which was great. But I was guided in 2019 to leave, to go like work as an energy healer. And at the time, the one gave me plenty of clients and plenty of lessons, and it was great. And then once I'd quit and everything, I began getting these other spiritual lessons where I began building something different to what I was taught through these other Reiki, emotion code and body code, right? And other healing things that I was doing, right? And I had my Christ initiation in 2019, and everything shifted, everything changed, and I had to go inward to unlock this gift that I had. And as I healed and as I followed the guidance given, I was given more gifts, more capabilities, more insights. And as I honored those gifts from Spirit, those lessons, and I did what I was guided to do, even though it was like out there, things started to shift and change. And I got to share this gift with others through attunement. So the things, the healing that I was doing, where I was healing this a whole new way, way more powerfully than any external modality that I did once before. Like, I was able to share this gift. For example, I did the emotion code, right? So I started off doing the emotion code. And in the emotion code, let me know in the comments if anyone's heard of that. If you have heard of that, tag some emotion code or body code practitioners, because this was very powerful. So in the emotion code, there's something called a heart wall. So everyone has a heart wall, okay? And what it is, it's layers and layers of these trapped emotions that form a wall around the heart. The subconscious mind creates it to protect the heart from, you know, being hurt. But in doing that, it blocks our divine capabilities completely. It blocks so much. And we have all these negative energies built up around the heart, causing all this physical malfunction, mental, emotional, spiritual malfunction. So as an emotion practitioner, what we were taught to do was individually, one by one, release these trapped emotions around the heart. Now, there could be hundreds of these trapped emotions around the heart. And just when you think that you've freed them all, guess what happens? Oh, there's hidden heart wall layers. Well, there's a lot more problems than that around that heart center. So, but going back to the heart wall, and in a typical emotion code session, the way that it was taught to us, the teacher says you can only release 8 to 12 in one session. So, as an emotion code practitioner, it's like, to get someone's heart wall down for the person receiving can be very expensive, right? Anyway, so when I began my Christ initiation, when I gave these attunements, instantly it released their heart walls, their hidden heart walls, all those things. And they now had this power to release that in their clients, right? So that's the way that it began. And I was like, oh my God, that is so powerful, right? So that's just at the very beginning. So right now, these healing tools, these attunements that I get to offer, I do that in a membership way where beings can choose to connect with that, to receive attunement every single month. So they're evolving with us in the collective, and they're creating this healing record. They're building their healing record, which is their path to one. They're writing down they're writing down the physical, the spiritual, the emotional issues. They're writing down the input that they're getting from spirit in all these different ways, right? Let me have some water. Because they're bringing that thought, they're writing it down, bringing it into the physical, right? This record is a healing, I'm getting a healing blueprint, right? So, and that's what Spirit's just saying, the way to one. So the input that you receive comes from Spirit, you honor it, you bring it into the physical by writing it down, right? And you heal on it. So in our inner circle, our ascension circle, our mastery circle, beings are building their healing record. They're building their way to one. And depending on which one they choose, they are unlocking their divine blueprint. Now, this is up to the 9th step, right? And it just goes to show that my collective and we are doing such powerful work that this is actually available now, because we only get what I'm only allowed to create and build and offer these things because Spirit tells me to do it. It's very cool. It's very exciting because it shows that we are making movement forward, right? So let's just say back a few months in the inner circle, they were only clearing the very first step of the blueprint. But now beings that are joining our inner circle, they're clearing the first 3. So that relates to that tetrahedron, that sacred geometry. They are unlocking that. That red color, they are unlocking number 2, the torus field. They are unlocking number 3, which is the yellow, the Metatron's cube. So they are healing on all of that. The beings that join the ascension circle, they are clearing on 4, 5, and 6. So this is all about triads or however you say it, right? And in relation to that, number 4 relates to the color blue and the earth, right? Aligning to the earth's core. Number 5 relates to the mind, right? The conscious, the unconscious, the subconscious. Did I say the number 4 was blue? It's green, actually. Number 4 is green, relates to the heart. Number 5 is blue, and it relates to the mind, right? And number 6 is the Merkaba, okay? So in the inner circle, beings of the ascension circle, they're clearing on 1 to 6, right? So they're clearing on the Metatron's cube, their foundation of their Merkaba, and they're also clearing on 6, the Merkaba. So this is, they're unlocking, they're growing, it's like unlocking this. I'm getting divine capabilities, but I'm seeing the wings, right? There is a lot of things that need to be unlocked to really get, and that's in the higher levels that aren't available yet, okay? Because it's, oh, that's awesome, Shane. I'm glad that my energy is increasing. I'm feeling very excited right now, personally. I didn't know why I was guided to get on here and go live. Yesterday, I was told I'm going live. And I was like, oh, okay. So I haven't been creating content for ages here on TikTok. And I've been guided to do 2 videos recently. They were my first 2 videos. And then like the one is saying, you're going live. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, but this is all about getting the gang back together. This is about finding our soul tribe, finding those ones who are ready to begin their journey home to one. And I do talk about the members circle, but we have our free community. in the God Source code. It's 1010 right now, okay? So this is where everyone is guided to go, right? This is where the Christ says, this is the healing gateway, this is the doorway. It's off all other social medias, and it's been created by the one. It's you know, being created by myself and my members, right? So it's like really a space. I'm getting a foundation of support for those beings who are ready, those beings who want to know. And every single Friday in our free God Source co-community, in the live stream section, you come and join us, and we see what comes next from the Christ, from the one, from the spiritual sun, from the source, right? These are all different angles of the divine. And my job is to just show up and share the word. And it's funny because when I go to do a free live stream, when I go to do a members stream, it's like, oh my God, what are we talking about? And Spirit's like, you know, you don't get told beforehand what you're talking about. Maybe with the free streams, like I get a vague sort of thing, like the title and sort of description. But I don't have any idea what the content is going to be until I sit there, until I sit right here with you guys, connect to the collective energies. And because all of our minds are connected, the message comes through. So this is about the collective. And this is about you being here and being a part of this. It's very exciting. And the one who's saying this is about the new earth leaders, the beings who are here to bring heaven to earth, because you are the point of creation where this heaven comes through. And it's our personal responsibility to heal ourselves so we can raise our frequency, so we can bring that into this planet and shake it, right? Because I don't know about you, but this external world, the darkness, the deception, the lies, the hate, the control, all that sort of stuff, it's boring now. It's like, oh, like, and those fear programs are there to take your attention. And when they take your attention, what happens? You feed your light there. Okay? So that's why it's so important to join us, right? Consciously. Because this light of Christ gives back, right? So you are showing up. It's like a two-way communication, right? So it's, I'm just seeing two heads, right? And communication in and out. Like that's what we do here in the Christ. It's like giving and receiving, giving and receiving. This is balance. This is the, I'm getting justice, our justice. Like I'm getting, hang on, let me have. The karmic scales balancing, right? Yes, that's right, Aranda. Yeah, we are the volunteers. We're standing up, we're volunteering, and we're saying, okay, let's anchor this. And we are just showing up, and we are receiving. But when we receive this frequency of Christ consciousness energy, creation energy, evolution energy, is doing things within. It's healing the distortions. It's releasing the distortions, dissolving those distortions within your body. It's dissolving the separation of mind, and it's unifying you to the higher truth, the higher power sort of thing. That's what's coming through. Oh, that's amazing, Arana. Every time I watch your videos, I learn more about myself. That's awesome. And you're doing that. It's like you're doing that. You're showing up. Now, in my God Source Co community, I went live quickly before this, and Shane brought up that you can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So this is all about us showing up, opening ourselves up to the divine, right, to receive. And there's a lot of people that, and like Spirit said before, spiritual sayers, people that will say that all these things like words, but they don't actually do. They don't actually take the time, and they don't actually invest in themselves. They don't show up for themselves, right? They use spirituality like a mask, like a little, like they dress up like a spiritual person, but don't take the action in order to operate through spirit, sort of thing. It's weird. And this is the journey of no bells and whistles, right? Where we just show up, see what spirit has to say, join that healing gateway on the God Source Co community. That's our free community. You access the free live streams and the 2 free online courses where you can start healing with the digital detox and learn the self-test method, and begin to create that connection with your inner guide, with your inner Christ, right? And use that to begin this very exciting journey, right? And for those beings that want more, want to access more and start to heal, accessing the healing and ascension tools, they can join our member circle, okay? But the number one, very most important thing is it's the free portion. It's the showing up for the live streams, right? Every single week, because the more that we show up, the more that we share, the more that we bring people in, the more minds connect, the more force that we receive, as in the more sacred knowledge we receive, right? Oh, that's beautiful. So you're meeting a certain aspect of yourself, because remember, you are every character. Everything's you. So it's very exciting. On this journey of ascension, when we're healing and we're learning who we are connecting to these archetypes. I want to say archetypes. Very early on in this journey, Spirit was saying, you've lived as Jesus, you've lived as Buddha, you've lived as Isis. And I was like, oh, okay. But now the way that this is where we don't want to attach to these things, right? Because it's like, because you're everything. You are the creator, you are the one. Everything external to you is a simulation, it's a hologram. You are the consciousness that creates the hologram, the simulation that we see. So based on everything external to you, that's a reflection of what's within you and what you need to be able to heal to keep growing and evolving. And through this exploration of mind, we are going to meet various angles, aspects of ourselves, right? One for you as a seraphim, right? On my journey, it's like I met Ashtar, this Palladian dude, and this 13 dimensional being, a mantis being, and who sort of taught me certain things. But this journey is to really not attach to these things, because that is just a very small speck of sand of what you really are, because you are the whole. This is the journey where we move from the lower self to the higher self. Now, the higher self, your highest aspect self, is God, right? The lowest aspect self is the devil, right? There's symbols. So this is the God self is this spiritual whole being. So this is where we begin this journey, this migration to new earth, to heaven, right? Where we unlock all of our energetic ports. We free them from the deception, the separation, the distortions, the darkness, the denseness, and we rise. So yeah, I cannot wait to be able to show up more. It's very hard when I'm having these spiritual lessons. Like I said, Spirit's like, no creating content. And I'm like, oh, but why? Getting in that hustle mentality where it's like, oh, I have to create stuff every day and I have to do this. And Spirit's like, no, if you don't follow this guidance, you know what's going to happen, right? So in the past, after years and years of experience, when I'm guided not to do something, I'm told not to do something, and I do something, it doesn't work out the best. Or I end up in hindsight looking back and it was a huge waste of time, right? And the knowledge was distorted because I chose to keep. So I've learned to trust Spirit. I've learned to trust the One. And when Spirit says don't create content, I know it's for a reason. And the particular spiritual lessons that I was having, there was a lot of stuff that I needed to clear from my field before I could be a clear vessel, right, for this message. So this journey is ongoing, and I'm healing every single month for my members, and my members are healing for me. We're all healing for each other. Our healing records are combined into one huge collective healing record, and we're healing each other. And that's what allows for this space, the free God Source Co community, and the live streams that come every single week. So I've been able to still do that, right? Do my free lives every Friday. That was the one thing, like Spirit's like, you do that, okay? There was a lot of things that, energetically I had to focus on. And this is a really exciting time where I'm like, yay, I get to connect with you guys on TikTok finally, because it feels like I was just cut off. I did a couple of videos lately. You can check them out. Like after this, head over to my freaking YouTube, my TikTok, sorry. Head over to TikTok and check out the last couple of videos and give us a follow. And when you do see content come through from us here at the God Source Co, press that like button, comment, right? Connect your energy to our God Source Co community so you can receive, right? So you can align. This is all about energetic alignment, right? This is all about who you hang around, the collectives that you connect to. Are they giving to you or are they taking from you? I keep hitting that, right? Here in the Christ at the God Source Co, we're here to give back, okay? And I'm here to find those beings that are just like me, that have always operated through the heart. And you guys have suffered, right? And this suffering, going back to the last video that I created, why does God make us suffer so? Why does a loving God make us suffer so? Okay. Number one, God is your higher self. God is the one, right? God is showing you where you are not free and what you need to heal to rise. This suffering that you beautiful heartfelt beings, you earth angels, you chosen ones have experienced, this suffering is, okay. The one is here to illuminate how magical you are. Amazing, right? You are this beautiful heartfelt being, and you have operated through the heart, through service. You really see people, and because you see them at their core, their truth, their essence, you see beyond all the negative behaviors and the traits and the toxic behaviors. You see a deeper part of them, and that makes you quite loyal. and you really want to help these people. But what happens is they use you, they abuse you, they spit you out, they attack you, they talk about you behind your back, they reject you, you know, and you have always given. And it's these relationships that the one is showing you. It's like the one wants you to create those energetic boundaries and start serving yourself like you serve everyone else. It's like, stop, go within, give to yourself, give yourself that love and that respect, invest in yourself. Stop investing in those black hole systems that are just draining your light. Now is the time that we find each other, we connect, and we begin this, I'm getting this synergy, where we're giving to ourselves, and in giving to ourselves, we're becoming this powerful force of creation, and we're creating this ripple. And it's when all these beautiful heartfelt beings, they're connecting, they're showing up for themselves, they're investing their attention in this knowledge, and in doing so, they are receiving this powerful healing from the Christ, because it's these words alone that I share that's healing, right? Thank you for all the likes, beautiful soul. So it's up to us to get up, to stand up, to connect, and that's why the God Source Co community has been created. Like I said, it's off other social medias. It's a space that's been created through myself alone, and my beautiful collective who have been there supporting me. And it's this amazing network, and there's not a lot happening right now in the God Source Co, because the space has been created, but now it's like we need to connect. And you have some really amazing things to share. I know you do. And it's up to us to just step into this gateway and begin to share our light, our individual unique angle of light. And this is the space in the God Source Co where this is a space in the God Source Co where we should not be afraid, because the way of Christ, the way of Christ is unique to you, because what we're here to do is we are here to embody this Christ frequency, this consciousness energy, to create order within. Okay? And let me have some water. Connection is the most powerful thing. Cooperation, connection, these co-words, because we are co-creators in this. We're really here to build a whole new way, you know, and the systems that govern humanity right now, they're old, they're outdated, and they are control systems. So we need to learn how to, thank you for the stars. Thank you, Ilma. Thank you so much. So it's a very exciting time where things are going to get shaken up through the Christ. But again, it takes your active participation. And you have a very unique angle. You have a very unique way. And in the Christ, that is honored, right? Because we all have to operate through these individual unique ways to unlock this divine gift upon this planet. Meaning you are the creator, you are the one, you are the observer who sees, who receives this input from spirit, and you heal on it. And it's the way home is unique to you, right? So in our God Source Co community, we are not there to push our beliefs on others, because beliefs are the mental cages. They show that, you know, the beliefs are for you to use, to heal on, to release those, to see what's beyond the bars, okay? You're not here to convince people of your way, because that's disempowering people. You are here to simply go within and find your way home. Use everything, all the input, all the feelings, the emotions, using all of that to be able to release those, to raise your frequency, to unlock your spiritual vision, okay? Because this is us merging with our spiritual selves. And it can only be done in the now moment. And if we find ourselves judging others, okay, for their beliefs, put that input down for healing. Because we mustn't judge others, okay? Because everyone has a very unique way home. No one understands us, but it's not our job to make them understand us, because newsflash, they never will understand you, because you're a multidimensional infinite being and they are external to you, right? And they hold certain keys, certain codes for your healing. They too are inputs, right? Long story short, in the God Source Co, our collective, we understand that we are unique and we are beautiful no matter what. We follow the beat of our own drum. We use the input that our Christ self gives us, and we heal on that to form a deeper connection with the Christ, with the One, with the spiritual Son, with Source. Okay? This is about us releasing the distortions, the deception, the separation, to be able to align to our truth. And as we heal and as we do this, we learn so much about ourselves. Buried within you, you have no idea how freaking amazing you are. You don't. This isn't the journey of ego where it's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm God or whatever. Like, no, this is where we just, the finish line, right? Well, there is no true finish line. But where this portal ends, right, when you go within, in this old world system, this antichrist system, this reversal black hole system, right? Because this, everything external to you will take from you if you allow it. And that's why this world is the way that it is, because it creates these fear programs, these external programs, in order to take your awareness, your focus, your energy, and it actually uses it to enforce and keep that system in place, right? Keep that fear program in place. So when we divert our attention and we send it inwards and we say, okay, we're going to look at it from a different way. What does this have to teach me? I'm going to heal on that fear system. Like, I'm being guided to this conspiracy theory right now and I'm fully invested. And it's like, okay, just stop for a second and say, okay, so that's something that my energy is really connected to. There's a lot of attachments to this particular system. I'm going to heal on that. These are the, so what I'm seeing is like a receptionist taking notes. Like, okay, so I'm just going to, like, these are the things that's coming up right now. I'm going to write that down in my healing record. And I'm going to heal from every angle that I can think of, that I'm guided to. And this is about freeing our energy from those systems. So I know it's in our member circle, it's simplified, right? But basically, you are the one. You are the creator, the observer, and now is the time to learn how to operate through spirit. Did I just cut out then? Because the thing came up on the screen and I had to put the puzzle piece back into the photo. Let me have a look at the comments. So if you don't already, press that follow button. Join us on this journey. By you connecting your energy to us, you're receiving. Okay? So those beings that join us on this journey with this childlike curiosity, that have questions, right? that want to, you know, like, it's time for you guys to get back, right? It's time for you guys to get back. So yeah, Rana, I'm really looked down on and misunderstood by friends, and yeah, and that's it. Like I have a very small group of now I have acquaintances, but my energy, my time, my focus goes into my collective. And, you know, this, you know, this is where we protect our energy. So the more connections that we have to the external and these siphoning programs, these people, these toxic groups and collective, like the more our light is drained. So this is the time where we show spirit that it's like, I am worthy, I am valuable. Those people don't see that. They take me for granted. It's like, I'm going to cut those ties and go within and try this, right? And I'm going to heal those wounds, right? And I'm going to heal those toxic ties. And in our digital detox free online course, you guys can go and check that out and see how to do that digitally, because our digital footprint is us aligning our energy to things, like physically doing things, right? We are connected to all these people through, you know, Facebook groups, followers, friend groups, you know, we have all these people, you know, I don't anymore, but, you know, in our friends groups, like people from primary school and high school and people that we haven't talked to in 20 years, but we still remain loyal because there was one special memory or a couple of special years where we were, you know, it's like we're here to create something new. So we need to release those old parts of ourselves to be able to rise and step into that, right? So go and check out that digital detox course and let me know when you do that. Okay, so can I please talk about the Ankh? So this is this blueprint, right? So this Ankh actually relates to this path home to one. It is the merging of the divine feminine and the masculine. And it is this symbol of creation. It's the key of life, right? So this goes beyond Egypt and stuff like that. This is a very powerful spiritual symbol. And it relates, to the blueprint and to the ascension path that I've walked. It relates to the God self, right? But to embody the God self, one must balance that divine masculine and feminine energy at every level, every layer, right? So this is really a testament to my journey. And this is a testament to this ascension path to Christ. So right now we have a very outdated symbol in relation to the Christ, which is a cross. Now this cross of the Jesus Christ, right, is very outdated, right? It relates to the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps of the blueprint. Okay? So there is so much more than that. So this is the continuation of Yeshua's journey. So I've done much more than him, but then I am him. I am the one. It's like this is the way that Spirit has made me view it. I understand that I am every character, every aspect, but there are certain parts of our multidimensional journey as a divine infinite being, as the one, that hold particular powerful codes. So you were this character. It's so weird. It's so hard to be speaking in a multidimensional infinite way in the finite. It's really weird. But here we go. So when we look at the steps 1 to 12, we have this Ankh, right? So this relates to the blueprint, the 12 tree grid. We've got 12 people watching too. So it relates to the 12 tree grid. So the cross of Christ, again, it's a it's like a symbol that keeps people locked in lower consciousness, like a I don't know how to say it, but what I'm just saying is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I wonder if I can share an image. I love that Shane's written, you are limitless, not a character. Yeah, so it's very hard. On this journey of ascension, I've had to see things in a very individualized way to be able to unlock the spiritual lesson. So, so this is where this Yeshua character, right, archetype or whatever, this symbol, right, unlocked this blueprint to a particular level and shared that. So there's a lot of outdated information, and there's a lot of stuff that we have done. So I'm this holy mother, right, merged with the Father to have this cosmic Christ rebirth. Like, it's a whole process, and this is what beings get to do on this journey. And this is the journey of ascension, to become one, right? This is where the chosen, the ones that choose, get to be one, right? And they get to use everything within to do this, because it's all within, right? So I was wondering if I could could share an image. So please take no, I can't do it here. So just take a moment to what's that thing? There's a treasure box there. Do I get to? I'm just looking at this. No, I don't even know what that is. I did want to share an image, but I don't really know how to use this, or how to share image while I am live. Can't do it. But this is it. You guys will learn about this in our free streams. You guys will learn about the blueprint in our members streams. It just depends how deep you want to go. But the Ankh relates to the 12 tree grid, the 12 tree grid blueprint, 12 steps relates to this. I'm just getting 144 energy. It's a part of that journey to embody that frequency. So this Ankh is a part of the ascension. We have the masculine moving into the feminine, this womb, right? This is a symbol of creation. Okay, so that's why I wear this. There's a lot of, and this is the Christ. This symbol represents the true Christ, right? The old world crucifix is like a old world outdated symbol, but it also is, I'm getting laced in black magic. So it's a device, again, a symbol that beings connect to, attach to, and in doing so, they're connecting themselves to the old and all those systems, belief systems around that. Yeah, it's. I mean, this is what it is. This is the ascension, and this is moving forward. Right? So this is using everything that's brought into our awareness at the time to learn on, to grow on, to evolve, right? So this relates to the 12 tree grid, the blueprint within you. It's 10:44 right now. We've got 12 people watching. And this is the progression from old to new. I'm getting progress. So progress. So us. So thank you for asking that question. I love my Ankh, you know, and it's very symbolic, you know, it's very important. So there's a lot of things that we resonate with, certain symbols that we resonate with, and what we do, right? So particularly my members watching this, we put those symbols into our healing record to heal on those. Now, the higher the membership tier, the deeper you heal, right? Because the more things that you are releasing, and you are actually building, like you are being a builder in this. I'm just getting connecting to the Christ collective and allowing you to unlock certain truths. So certain things that are confusing you, certain things that are being shown to you, unlocking them through healing. So on this journey, you know, things like life path numbers and that, they're great. But in the Christ, we don't want to allow certain things like that to take much of our energy and attention, because you are the one. Like, for example, you are every single star sign. Okay. So, I used to really like, Cancer. I was always, because I'm a Cancer, right? I'm on the cusp of Gemini, but I've never resonated with Gemini. Always resonated with Cancer, like that type of personality, right? And on this journey, unlocking the zodiac at that, I guess it would have been that 12th step, aligning to be at the center of all of those. So on this journey, let's just on level in our ascension, in our mastery circle, you guys are healing on the 7 chakras. So you're activating your rainbow, you're healing to unlock your rainbow light body. And you are, no, let me have some water. Aligning. So we have the solar system, right? And we have all these planets around this solar system. So, okay. So in level 4, the earth, you are aligning to the earth's core. When you heal on this number 7, you are aligning with the solar core and moving through into these higher dimensions, the higher consciousness. So you are the solar system. So it's like we are all here to find ourselves, and there's so many cool ways out there, right? Like numerology and life path, and adding up all those numbers of your name, and I don't even know what all the different things are called. Like, there's so many different things and different ways out there that we're going to be guided to. So that's something that we would heal on, and put into our healing record if we are guided there, right? To unlock that. So it's like it's a coordinate where we're at. So when I say coordinate where we're at, what I'm shown is, so we're vibing with particular things. We're resonating, and we are connected to certain knowledge bases, knowledge networks, knowledge. I'm just seeing like certain knowledge, right? So we're And there's certain codes, Christ codes within those things that we are attracted to. Because this journey, it's this journey of like electromagnet, like this electromagnetism. I can't say the word. It's this journey of like, you are this electromagnetic being, your heart, using your heart and your brain to guide you, right? So you are attracted to particular things for a reason. There's an electric or a magnetic charge. There's something attracting you to that for a reason. So just after this live stream, ensure you're connected to the God Source Co free community, and just start writing things down, and really, or sort of writing those questions out that you have. In our members circle, we're writing questions down and healing on them. So we extract the truth for ourselves, right? But I encourage all, like, these free live streams, what Spirit said the other day, it was these live streams are here for you to write things down, write questions down, so collectively we can heal on them, right? So it's like you're showing up and you're standing up and you're questioning things, and you're putting things into the comments, and in order to heal. Yeah, so this journey and my mission, my purpose is I'm still learning, right? And there are things that we want, but Spirit gives us what we need. So Shane, the whole money thing, for so long I've been doing so much and still no sign of money. But Spirit, that in itself is a test, right? And it's like a test of strength and doing things not for physical reward, because this is this journey of consciousness, and knowledge is the key. It's the most important thing, Spirit says. So that's why every single week I share free knowledge. And in time, yes, I know, in time, guys, the spiritual abundance that we hold within it's going to be like this outpouring, and finally we will be seen, and we will receive and be able to pay our bills, right? So we all have very unique journeys. Like, let's just say, when Spirit wanted me to do certain things, the money would just manifest, right? I have no idea how I quit my job, and I had to go through all these spiritual lessons, and I was doing my healing thing, and I was able to afford a $15,000 USD program that I didn't finish. Because I couldn't, because I just kept evolving and evolving and evolving, and I couldn't find my why. I couldn't tie my why down, because it was like, so I don't know how the hell I afforded that, right? And but Spirit made manifest, like, that money manifested, because that's what Spirit wanted me to do, because there was certain things that I needed to learn. I didn't complete it. God, no. It wasn't a huge waste of money, because there were certain things within that, things that I needed to keep questioning. Like, Spirit wanted me to find my why. What is my why? But at the time I was building and I was creating and I was evolving, and I'm still doing that, right? So I wasn't able to tie down my why. And because my why kept changing, because I kept evolving, right? So if you guys are meant to be a member in the circle and unlock your blueprint, you'll manifest the money. you will shift some things around, and you'll be able to invest in yourself monetarily and start healing. If not, it doesn't matter, because you're right now, Spirit's saying, show up and receive this free wisdom. But of course it's not free, because you have to show up and you have to invest your attention in this to be able to receive. So again, there still is this energy of giving and receiving, right? Money is just an ability. Hang on, let me have some water. Ugh. Yeah, that's it. And so many times of this journey where I can't pay the bills and I'm in a huge debt, I'm like, I could just go back and, back into aged care and get a 9 to 5, right? Or a 6 to 3, or a freaking night shift, or a whatever, right? But I know that what I have and my mission is so golden, and the riches that I have already, the spiritual richness that I have already, and I'm here to shift and transform lives. I'm here to guide people, the chosen, back to the one, to their source, their core, their essence, so they can embody this frequency, so we can raise the frequency of this world, so we can support humanity on such a deep level. So money is a test. Money is also this, Spirit uses money all the time, right? So it's like, will you invest in yourself, right? Will you, it's like this choice, like you could, this is the thing, you could shift some things around and invest in yourself, right? Get rid of some of those frivolous things, right? Get rid of some of those subscriptions and, like Netflix and Disney, and start to turn your energy inwards. And it's like, you can not, buy that $450 pair of shoes or handbag, right? So it's like, really, this, again, I'm seeing the word spiritual richness, like you choose to go within and invest in yourself, right? So Spirit will put money, because money is just energy. It's an ability. I'm getting the word ability. It's this giving and receiving, like trading, right? Energy for energy, or money for energy, right? Money for healing, right? It's like energy for energy. I'm just saying energy for energy. And so at the beginning of my journey, where I was doing healing, right? I was healing clients and stuff like that. Christ cut that right off. And so I have to teach people how to do it for themselves. I have to give beings access to the healing and ascension tools to do it for themselves. I have to share the way to operate through the Christ, so you can operate through the one, right? So you can be in this energetic alignment to receive, to unlock your divine gifts, right? Like, I'm not here to disempower people by getting in the way, being the middleman, connecting to their energy and releasing things and doing things the old world way. That's very disempowering. I'm here to teach, no one can heal you like you can heal yourself. There is no healer on this planet that can do a fraction of what you can do. Okay, they are just middlemen getting in the way of your healing. They don't know the inputs that Spirit's giving you daily. Yeah, sure, they're healing on some issues. You've got a bad back or a bad hip or sciatica, and they're doing some healing sessions on that. That's frivolous. That is, that's not walking this path. That's you falling for a trap. So, and how do we, hang on, let me, we're getting back onto this subject again because we spoke about this in last week's live stream. You can access that in the God Source Co. in the live stream section. It's the one underneath the pinned post. Your issues, your symptoms, your pain, that's there for you. You are muddying the waters by going to a healer and getting them to heal on that. That is you going externally, having someone external to you, connecting to your energy. You two are becoming one, and you are taking on a lot of their shit too. And particularly when you're connecting to healers who are connecting to a lot of people, there's a lot of, I'm getting STDs, like spiritually transmitted diseases, okay? So this is where you learn and access your power, your divine birthright as a healer, and you use the input, the symptoms, the pains, the struggles, you use that, you heal on that in order to, like, you join our collective and you will be the most powerful healer in the world, right? Providing you show up for yourself and you honor the input that spirit, the one, the spiritual sun, the source, the Christ is giving you, right? Through physical, emotional, spiritual, mental issues, through seeing, like, everything you see externally to you is a reflection of what needs to be healed in the collective. So instead of praying for things to happening, again, it's that very disempowering energy. When we pray and ask, it's like we're asking for approval. It's like, no, we command, okay? We heal. We use the input from that external. We heal on that. We don't pray on it. We heal on it. We take action. Healing is action. Honoring the input that spirit is giving us, healing on it. Now, you don't have to be a member in our collective, in our member circle, the inner circle, the ascension circle, the mastery circle. That's the healing and ascension tools for unlocking your blueprint. You can come and join our God Source Co. for free. Show up, be in the now moment, and be healing, healing, healing. Because the now moment is your God-given right. It's your superpower, the now moment, okay? So we use that now moment to be able to free ourselves of so many limiting frequencies. So every single Friday in our healing streams, in our God Source Co community, we do this. And as we learn how to align and all operate this, it's like as we, as a collective, learn how to operate through the Christ and align to that energy, the spiritual truths that are shared in those free streams are going to be more profound. So this is where it's like, show up and see, like, let that inner child out, because this is the journey of return to Christ, right? The return to source, where it's this reversal program where reverse compared to what we have here. So it's like this, what we have is the truth, and what I'm seeing is the cosmic pattern of creation, of the mother and the father coming together, right? The mother and the father coming together, and through that conception, a baby in that womb. Now, it could be boy or girl, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. It's this child. I'm getting androgynous, like genderless, this possibility, right? And then through this mother and father coming together, this conception, like this fertilization, like creating something, a child, Like this is this journey of 7, 8. So the number 8 of the blueprint is the seed of life. And it's this very beautiful journey where this fertilization of the seed. Then when we get to the part that hopefully one day we'll all be healing on, or you guys will get the option to heal on, that part of the ascension, where the number 13 is this, we've balanced our masculine and our feminine energy, and our Merkaba is there at the Vesica Pisces, at the doorway, right? The vagina, right? And it's this very symbolic journey of childbirth. And this is what the Holy Trinity is. It's the mother, the father, and the child. It's this pattern of creation, procreation. Male and female is a symbol of this. So today was a really powerful live stream, and there's been a lot of Christ codes woven within this. But I highly recommend, guys, if you want to know more, come and join us in our free weekly streams over on the God Source Co. There's quite a few in there for you to catch up on if you wish to know more. It is just this snowball down a mountain, this momentum of Christ returning to this planet. You can watch it. I highly recommend watch it in descending order. Watch from top to bottom and see how this unfolds in real time, week by week, and then choose yourself. Honor yourself and show up to the free streams and be a part of history in the making, because this is the returning of Christ, and the Christ has to return through you. And as we all join as one together, and this is it, guys, you don't have to join us live. You can watch the replay. This is non-linear. This is consciousness, okay? So, and guys, say hello. Come and introduce yourself in the God Source Code portal. Share who you are, where you're from. Share cool memes or quotes, or because the God Source Code is all about light-heartedness and love and laughter, and just like really focusing on the lighter side of life. Light being key there, Spirit saying light being key there. We struggle, we suffer, these things are surfacing within our field, so we can be aware of them, so we can heal them, to release them, so we can rise. Yeah, and it's difficult. Month by month, every 28 days, we are moving on this cycle, and we go through 4 particular themes. You can learn about that in the Cycle of Being in our members portal, or you can just show up, like, just join us. And the more that you show up, the more that we show up for one another, the more divine knowledge, the more sacred secrets are going to be revealed. And the truth is simple. The illumination is beautiful, and it comes through the word. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for anchoring this light and being a part of all this. This is the beginning. This is the very beginning. And, right now we're still in this completion phase of the number 9. That number 9 frequency is going to be moving. Like, we're still going to be sort of in this. So when we look at 2025, I'm talking about the number 9, right? But December is not the end. December is just number 10, okay? So DEC, deck 10, yeah? So in January, we have this frequency of 11, and February is this frequency of 12, right? So this number 9 completion phase is still sort of going to be sort of going off until February. But March is So let's show up. Let's share this. Let's really find those beings and tag those beings that you think need to see this, because this is where the Christ is really ramping up. And we have that Christmas Christ Mass, right, where we have this symbol, this story of when Jesus was born. And again, this is a very powerful timestamp. We are in this anyway, I could keep going and going and talking, but I'm going to save it for Friday. So head over to our God Source Co community or YouTube, click that notify me button. So on Friday, you are notified when we go live. Look, and if you don't catch the live, don't sweat it. Just meet us in the now moment, because the now moment is this. What's the now moment? The now moment is just this 0 point. It's this infinite, right? So we will meet in divine timing. And but right now what I'm saying is there's so much for you to catch up on already. If you liked this, join us, explore with us. It's 11:11 right now, and that's when I'm closing it out, right? I'm closing it out. I've drank way too much water. I need to get out of here. But I will try and repost this on YouTube and in our free circle community later. So if you've just jumped on and you haven't caught all of this, you can watch this YouTube. Too many platforms to think of. You can check out this TikTok live later whenever I get time to post it. All right, guys, have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys soon.